Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA. Split about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, 180!
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And it's second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete here on third down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Darnold going to lead now first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. To throw on second down is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Crowell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone. But today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic. And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lock in, lock in. Gotta go, gotta go.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 5 there. Bringing.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not a whole lot to to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Try to punch it in with Howard. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Trubisky will throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Blue, line it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A little dump off for Crowell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On second down, Darnold. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Darnold from the gun. Being chased out left. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run. This is Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. He juked it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. A shotgun snap for Darnold. A dump off to Sims. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Darnold on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
Well, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This is Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly what it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play action. It's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or move the ball.
And he's taken down.
The type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at about the 28. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Cohen.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Come on, come on.
This is Howard on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third down, this is Howard. Down right around the 25. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Gotta go.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
18. Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The catch made by Miller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Hey, Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rashard Matthews here on the catch. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
4 down, 4 down. Mike,
They go counter with Howard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Tight end right. Hey, 18. Lock in. Red, up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Gone! Set! 319!
On 1st down, Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Gone!
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.